100 days since he entered the White House, and here's what he has given us so far. His tariffs are increasing costs for the average family by more than $4,000 a year. He has slashed billions from programs that everyday Americans rely on, including $1 billion for mental health care services. He has directed Elon Musk and his unqualified loyalist Doge team to fire more than 121,000 federal employees who deliver essential services, including everyone from firefighters who should be fighting the fires that happen in the West to scientists researching cures to deadly diseases. Donald Trump's pushing House and Senate Republicans to rubber stamp a plan to cut nearly $1 trillion from Medicaid in order to give tax cuts to billionaires. And, top of all of that, he's created endless chaos and uncertainty. Now, I could go on and on. That's just how much damage President Trump has caused to our country in his first 100 days in office. But I want to take some time to focus on the impact his economic agenda is having on our small businesses. I'm from Nevada, where there are almost 300,000 small businesses. And these are mom and pop shops, they're entrepreneurs, they're the lifeblood of our economy, and are part of the fabric of every community across this country. And it's these small businesses that are bearing the brunt of President Trump's destructive tariffs. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe that targeted tariffs on our adversaries can be a useful tool to protect American jobs and our national security. But these blanket tariffs are just the opposite. These last 2 weeks, a while back home in Nevada, I got a firsthand account of what small businesses are dealing with because of these tariffs. I've heard concerns and visited with 3 small business owners in Las Vegas, Wani, Santi, and Kristen. Separate business owners, all 3 of these women own shops that serve specialty drinks and incredible food to Nevadans, from coffee and boba to tacos. In Vegas, as you may know, travel and tourism are the backbone of our economy. When people come to Las Vegas, they don't just visit the Strip, they go to Chinatown, they go to the Arts District and all over the valley to patronize our small businesses. For many business owners like Wani and like Santi and like Kristen, their margins are already razor thin, and tourism is key to meeting their bottom line. But because of President Trump's blanket tariffs, we're already seeing a decline in visitors coming to Las Vegas. Whether people are staying home because they don't have the room in their budgets for a vacation, or international tourists are choosing other destinations, Trump's economic agenda is threatening to crater our $2 trillion tourism economy. That hurts small businesses. And when they can't keep up because costs are rising, because they have fewer patrons, or because of the higher cost of importing their supplies, these small businesses are forced to raise their prices. They don't want to have to, but they're forced to raise prices and pass the burden on to customers, everyday Americans. It is just unsustainable. And the same sentiment is echoed in the northern part of our state. In Reno, I spoke to Mark. He's a small coffee shop owner who is already asking himself how he can continue to navigate everyday operations amid this uncertainty. He doesn't want to have to pass higher costs on to his customers. But if Trump's erratic tariff agenda continues, he may have no choice. Trump says Americans must accept short-term pain for long-term gain. But what is there to be gained if hardworking Nevadans have to close the doors of their businesses? Now, I think to myself, if it's only been 100 days, how much damage is he going to potentially cause in the next 100 days? In the 1,361 days left in his term? It's been 100 days, and small businesses across the country may soon be faced with having to close up shop. I think about what's going to happen to my small business owners, the one I just talked about, Wani, Mark, Santi, Kristen, and the others. Will they make it through the rest of Trump's term? I don't have the answer. But I hope, and I ask my Republican colleagues to join me in protecting these small businesses and families from these harmful tariffs. If I'm hearing it in my state, I know my colleagues, you're all hearing it in your states as well. So if there is an opportunity to work together, please don't rubber stamp Donald Trump's harmful agenda. Let's work together so we are actually working on behalf of American families and ensuring that these small businesses can keep their doors open. Thank you, Madam President. I yield back.
Senator from Wisconsin.
Madam President, I rise today to reflect on the last 100 days and the unimaginable amount of havoc and harm President Donald Trump has caused for Wisconsinites. Now, while on the campaign trail, and even once in office, the president made a staggering number of